What the hell is that? Oh my freaking gosh, I gotta get out here.
Third phase of moon, Blake Cousins, and here we go again. Incredible video just in. It's the new year, and things have just got going. This video was shot just this December, and it's making the rounds publicly. Becky Lewis just shared this video to me right here at Third Phase of Moon, and it's time to get the word out to the world. Take a look at this.
Kidding me? Sally, bar the doors. That is no freaking airplane, friends. Let me tell you, that is no freaking airplane. That's in the southeast, where I always get the red glow. Holy God. Shit, I can't even hold it still. Please, excuse my language. Oh my gosh. I am just tripping out. What the frick? Oh my freaking gosh. Friends, it is going to go behind that stuff and I won't be able to see it anymore. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the heck?
All right, we got Brent Cousins here. We're going over the video in real time right now, and wow, this is no airplane, just as Becky stated. This, or if it is, what kind of airplane is doing this kind of stuff? Or spitting out this toxic junk, if that's what it is, I don't know. Or could this be some kind of a meteor or some kind of space debris breaking up in the atmosphere? Now that could be, but I've never seen anything like this as far as the normal. We get a lot of videos from around the world, and I think we've only received 2 or 3 in the past for over 5 years, so this isn't normal. Brent, what do you think this is?
Blake, this reminds me of World War II, when jet fighters during dogfights, they get shot down and they leave huge plumes of smoke. It seems like, if I wasn't mistaken, I'd be looking at this and think this was an airplane falling out of the sky on fire, leaving a black smoke trail behind it. This does not look like normal chemtrails to me.
Okay, let's sit back, watch a little bit more of Becky Lewis's video as it comes in raw.
What was that? That's no freaking airplane, friends. That is no airplane. I just have little slip-on shoes on and it's really cold out here and I'm not prepared. I just about, oh my gosh, I could see that thing falling, whatever it is. Dang, stupid wires and telephone poles everywhere. Come in. Wow. That was no airplane, friends. Okay. Well, whatever it is has apparently burned up. Unless it's still... Is it still moving? Is it still coming? I think that's it.
Now, this is where it's kind of getting strange. She's chasing after it. She's lost sight of it for just a second. Now she's capturing this, and there's a separation of the smoke trail. Now I'm getting kind of mad. Kind of mad because...
I'm zoomed in all the way. I don't even know what ISO I'm on.
Because there's no answers from any kind of military, NASA, of what's going down over
Where'd it go?
This area. There's the description below. Everything is stated. Brent, again, this is so amazingly weird.
I like Becky has really good patience here. She actually jumps from place to place, and she almost thought she lost this thing and it reappeared. And it's even stranger as it reappears after the clouds. What I'm interested in is what Becky said in her statement. She says the birds were strangely continuing to go by and acting very weird. She even says
in all the way.
They're acting like butterflies, like they're attracted in some sort of like thermal thermal blast of some sort. The weather seemed to have they're being held in one place.
Is that like a zillion birds or something? What the heck? What the heck is that?
Totally strange. You know, Becky said this. She says, "Hi, Blake. A few of my subscribers and other viewers have asked me to send you this to you. You may not be interested." Hold on, Becky. We're interested. Watching the thermal copy reveals even more. There's a link below if you want to see the thermal copy. I'm sure that's quite interesting. At several points in the video, as I was filming either one of the objects in question, birds are strangely continuing to go by. They're acting weird, she states. They appear to flutter like butterflies in some place. To me, in the thermal, it almost looks like they're caught in some kind of weird draft or something. Stranger still, these two objects I focus on directly are seemingly moving retrograde, even as they're obviously propelling forward. You know, that's strange stuff. You know, this is hot video, really hot. It's just the beginning of 2016, people. Things are happening real fast. Third phase of moon. January 5th, 2016. Blake Cousins here, third phase of moon. Welcome, everybody. We got 3 incredible sightings captured by NASA and discovered by people like you from around the world that have their eyes on what NASA's up to. Let's get started right now with Street Cap of his incredible discovery above planet Earth, the ISS. Take a look at this. We got Brent Cousins here. 2015, the 5th, and we just got started for the new year. What do you think Street Cap discovered here? He's on the fence about what this is. Could it have been a reflection from inside the ISS itself, or some kind of saucer-shaped flying saucer?
Blake, NASA does it again. They just keep revealing footage to the public, and Street Cap, among many others out there which submit videos to third phase of moon. This video is quite astonishing. I like what I'm seeing here, especially the contrast. We see a little edge of this disc-shaped object somewhat disappear. It's somewhat fragments off of light at the edge of it. I'm thinking it could be the reflection of the sun and the dip dropping the light off of this object.
If you notice real quick, I'm speeding it up about 90%. So now I'm speeding this video, and you can see some of that oscillation. Like you're saying, Brent, this is an anomaly, to say the least, captured by NASA.
NASA always reveals UFOs in the skies. We can't explain what this is, Blake. It could be a reflection. It could be something else. I think this footage is something that our viewers should look at and have an opinion about.
Let's take a look at this. Let It Roll with Some Music by Paul Barrett. New tracks coming in 2016. We'll be right back. Third phase of moon with big guest. We got Brent Cousins, Johnny Webb, and Danny Benton going over videos that have just come into our Facebook and photographs. And right away, we just got this one. Bobby, how does he go? Bobby E.T.Z. That's his name. Just a couple days ago in Logan County, Oklahoma. Got much more footage, including mind-blowing video. I just gave a comment out to him. Upload your video to YouTube, then send me the link, because I want to see that video. But here's a photograph. Right now, we're going to get a close look to it. And what are we seeing right here?
They look like they're sort of in some sort of formation, moving across slowly. I have seen them myself. When I saw them, they were very similar, separate individual entities, independent intelligence. But what I found is that they turned into a pillar, making an Ibani, which is a singularity of lots of orbs coming together. It hasn't quite reached that sort of phase where it's at, the Ibani stage. They're still independent intelligences, but very good catch there, Blake.
Well, you know, the Ibani, I've heard of those. And could this be the Ibani? It's not my catch, it's Bobby's, but man, this is coming into Facebook real time. And Danny, what do you think of this image right now that we just pulled up?
Yeah, hi guys. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. It's good to be on Third Base Moon. I'm seeing the orbs here, and as usual, there seems to be cloud activity around them, which is something that I've been seeing more and more of. And you know, it's an excellent photo that they've sent, that Bobby sent in, and I'm very curious to see what else that he has. Don't see, you know, I'm pretty much seeing the same thing you guys are. I'm seeing about maybe 8 to 12 orbs in the background, and they seem to be kind of in sync with those dark clouds that are above.
Well, you know, that's go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Blake. Yeah, I was asking, the guy that filmed it, is this a morning shot or an early evening shot? Do we know what time it was filmed?
Well, I got the photograph yesterday at 11:49 a.m. Hawaii time, so not exactly sure what time that was in Logan County, Oklahoma, but I'd imagine it is dusk, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like it. But they're very vivid. You can clearly see they're there. I'm surprised we haven't got more footage coming in from Oklahoma regarding these. But I can also understand it can be quite remote out there as well, so not necessarily the faces like you get in London that would look up and see it.
I've lived in Oklahoma before, in Tornado Alley, and yes, it can be quite remote out there. But yeah, it's just it's a very interesting shot.
Very interesting indeed. What I like about it, he says he's got mind-blowing video coming up, and we just made contact. That's going to be the main part about it when we see this video coming in here shortly. We're contacting him. It's been 5 minutes. Hopefully we get that footage before the end of this interview. What else we got, Blake?
Now let's get to what's been coming in over here. Two suns. Do you guys see this? We've heard of the two sun Nibiru. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Yes.
do you
We
think?
get that in England, that we call it a dog star, but with the dog star, you've generally got a sort of like a cut on either side, and it clearly doesn't show that. It shows two bright objects that are very separate. I know that the atmosphere and the clouds can sort of make illusions to give us the effect, but that clearly looks like a solid object on the left side, for at least.
I get a lot of these photographs. Planet Nibiru is coming close, and here's the two suns. And you know, if this was real, you would think that you'd get a lot more meteorologists saying, "Wow, check out this weather phenomenon," or more videos coming from this two sun phenomenon. In my opinion, could this be just a refraction of a lens or something like that, or some kind of illusion that maybe the person thinks it's two suns, but do you really think this is Planet Nibiru, Planet X? What do you guys think?
Well, this is Johnny Webb. I don't think so, and I think what we've got, the story of Nibiru, not to say that it couldn't be true or isn't true, it's just that every time we see a piece of footage with a second sun, and it's been happening now for at least 4 or 5 years, it's been in the light that there are these, you know, Nibiru on its way approaching. But have you noticed the sun never gets any bigger? I would expect Nibiru by now to be gigantic and you know, definitely seen in the daytime. But we only ever see it when that sun just tilts up, and as soon as the sun comes up full, that second sun disappears. Now that could be because it's not as bright or it's further away, but I always feel that if it was Nibiru, then by now it would be here, and it would be huge. We would see it like a second sun, but bigger, you know?
Yeah, I kind of hear that apparently it comes around every 3,000 to 3,500 years. So you would think you would see it coming, but you never know. Maybe Planet Nibiru, Planet X is just around the corner. Let's see what's coming in next here. Let's see. Michael O'Neill saw this while at a red light in Clearwater, Florida. Let's see if we could pull this video up. All right, we got some kind of streaking object in the clouds here. Okay. So far, he says my phone was zoomed in as far as he could, 8 times, and as it zoomed in, so he said it's flying really high. I don't know. We'll play this video over again and see what we got here. What do you guys think? You see this little streaking light? Let me tone it down here.
Okay, sorry, Danny here. Sorry, if I had to relate it to something, it actually has a missile-like shape to it. In the video, it appears to be dropping, and yeah, it's hard to get perspective as far as how high up it is, but it definitely is something interesting as well.
Are we able to get a close-up into that, Brett, so we can maybe make out something more than what we've got? I understand it's an 8-time zoom, but I know you guys are pretty good with zooming in and pulling out even more detail. For me, it looks like a high altitude, sort of some kind of aircraft. I'm not saying that it's an aircraft. At that high altitude, I would expect to see some kind of contrail, chemical trail or whatever, but we're not seeing anything at all. So it's either very low down, perceived to be high, or it's high and it's not leaving any kind of trail, and that says, well, what kind of propulsion system is it if it's not jet or turbine, you know?
You know, I'm thinking it almost might be a military. It looks elongated, maybe like a military drone. We're pulling it up a little bit. It's interesting. I'm almost thinking either drone or maybe the ISS, International Space Station, if it's not a UFO.
Well, I would expect it to be a lot brighter if it was the ISS.
That's true. I've seen it in person. They do light up like a bright star like you've never seen before. It's quite beautiful.
Even with this much sunlight, you can see it. You can see it brightly during, like, with this much sunlight.
You have to, yeah.
The International Space Station.
In a dusk and dawn environment, yeah, it would be like, you know, Venus. It would just be sticking out there, very bright.
Yeah, it sticks out like a sore thumb, but you're right, Johnny. It needs to be kind of a dawn or dusk. Exactly. Hey, Blake, what else do we got? I think, you know, we got this object. I think there's better ones to come up.
Well, you know, there's weather phenomenon all around the world, and we're going over Facebook submissions, and you know, this weather phenomenon, like you're seeing right here from Jocelyn Costley today, Idaho, January 6th. We're going over photographs, evidence. I'm not exactly sure, you know, chemtrails, regular clouds, you know, we're going over those. We get a lot of these, but what I'm mostly interested in is this photograph that we're just about to get to. There it is. It's from Nathan Clock, and whoa, that looks like a punch in the clouds with a kind of a jet stream. Do you see that little tail in the background of the clouds? Could this be in relation to what we're seeing in this photograph? This is kind of weird stuff, guys.
Yeah, the punch in the sort of cloud there reminds me of a couple of other punch holes in the cloud that I've noticed in Russia recently. There was one that was reoccurring, sort of showing that sort of weird shape in the middle. The top part of the cloud reminds me of a UFO or an object that was filmed a few weeks ago. I believe they tried to say that it was some kind of a missile program, but it looks like it's fallen through the cloud, and then this orangey type of tinge, you know, that doesn't look quite normal. Now it could be the sun coming through, which is obviously giving the red orangey to the top part of that sort of cloud stream or whatever, and it may well be coming through the cloud hole that gives it that orange look. But it's an impressive shot. It's certainly not something that we'd see every day. But if we just take the common sense thing, well, what punched through the cloud to cause that? Now we're talking, you know, I don't know what it is.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying is 2015, earlier this year, we received video of the exact same phenomenon, HD quality. Amazing stuff. Benton, what do you think?
Well, I would have to say that I have seen things that are similar to this with the chemtrail phenomena, which we get bombarded with here every day. You know, what chemtrails, contrails, what they actually are, I do not know. but I have seen different color streaks coming off of these massive crisscross patterns that we see here in my neighborhood, and I'm sure all over the world on a daily basis. But yeah, I see the orange tint, and it does look like a punch through, and it's very interesting.
I want to bring up. Wait, hold on, Johnny. There's something else coming in too. Knights of the Light Cross. Recognize this, bud. What is this? Wait, it does look like a cross. Hey Blake, pull back 1 second. I wanted to, before we get to this footage, I wanted to go with a punch in the hole in the clouds right here.
Well, I wanted to recall, you know, the UFO sighting over Chicago O'Hare a few years back, and it was over Terminal 2 or whatever of the airport, and seen by many people. Lots of ground staff saw it there at the airport, and it just literally punched straight up through the cloud and left a big gaping hole, and that's what it looks like to me.
It does, absolutely. Chicago that year, during that time, was one of the biggest UFO sightings. You know, in the past 5 years, it really lit up Chicago and the United States. But that was big. But I want to talk about this new photo that we're going to pull up. You guys might not see this one, but it's a triangular punch through the clouds. And it's an exact same look. And I just want to share this with the crowd right now, just to get that out.
All right, well, we'll try and get that out, but all I know is that that's Third Phase of Moon in your face, Facebook. If you've got something to share, Third Phase of Moon Facebook's a good place to share it, or share it via our contact on our YouTube channel. It's there on the About page. I'm here waiting. I want to thank Johnny, Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins here, going over incredible footage that's just come in via Facebook. It's exploding. It's off the hook. What you're about to see tonight on the 14th of January 2016. Incredible footage. Stand by. It's going to be an amazing ride. We got Brent Cousins. We're going to get to it right now. Let's get to Facebook, and we're going over Luann Marie's footage. Notice the rip in the clouds, Brent. Something massive just kind of carved into it.
Interesting, Blake. It's 2016's kind of big on these new punch in the hole clouds. I know she submitted Luann another picture. Let's take a look at that, Blake.
Absolutely. Let's get to Luann's next picture. Boom. Another of these shots, these punch holes. And she says this was on my photo taken in New Hampshire, and something dripping in the middle. Do you notice the dripping? Brent, that's quite amazing.
Absolutely, Blake. I'm kind of stunned in the massive amount of people that's capturing this kind of phenomenon in the atmosphere. And I like that this is just the beginning of the show. We got a lot more material to show, and this is a good way to start it out.
Absolutely, Brent. Let's get to it. The next, we got Priscilla, who was walking her dog 30 miles east of Cape Canaveral. This, again, is quite amazing. You know, we've seen this before. We've got a lot of video footage that's quite amazing. And that's, again, confirming that whatever went down is crazy. Do you notice? Why would an airplane be by this rocket explosion if that's what they say it is? Or a helicopter? No way. There's something else up there.
Blake, I highly doubt it's a helicopter. We've had Young Trillion and a submission right afterwards that show these objects next to this phenomenon in the sky in detail. It's no rocket, people. That would have been in outer space already. We had not have seen a tail burn of this magnitude for how long this has been in the sky. This thing is hovering next to what we're seeing right here. It's strange, to say the least.
Absolutely. We got to thank Priscilla for reaching out to us right here on Facebook. Now let's get to the next submission. This is quite cool. What is this? It's smaller than the moon, but bigger than a star. Well, that's for sure. And what's quite incredible is what happens next is that there's actually two massive orbs that appear. This could not be a radio tower reflection. There's something up there in the mountains. What is this, Brent, in your opinion?
You know, I'm not quite sure what to make of it. It's definitely up there. What I like is he's actually catching two angles, and he spends the time to be there. And wait, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing that second light come up above, rise above that mountain ridge. This is, look at that light on the right. It's been stationary, and then this thing pops up to the left of it. It's good footage, Tim. Thanks for giving this a third phase of moon. Permission granted, as always.
That's what I like about this, Brent. People from around the world are sharing footage that you would never normally see, because via third phase of moon, Facebook, our connections, people are getting to see incredible stuff. Now let's get to the next video. Hey Blake, could you maybe look at a photo I took with my cell phone Friday the 8th January 2016. This is from a friend of mine, and she's been sending incredible videos and photographs to third phase moon for over 4 years now. Misty. She wants to remain anonymous, but she sent this incredible photo. And wow, all I gotta say is this is, again, Misty is from Sweden, and she wants to remain anonymous, but again, right here, I believe Misty captured something amazing. It's not a bird. What is it, Brent, in your opinion?
Well, we all know it's not a bird. People don't leave that comment below, because look at this detail that we're looking at. It actually has ridges underneath a compartment of this device, this saucer-shaped vehicle. It reminds me of the 60s and the 70s, a classic dish shape that everybody talked about. Is bringing back memories as a childhood of what people describe and what's in the sky, and that's what we're here to find out. Misty, thanks again for the contribution to third phase of moon and giving us this great material to share with everybody around the world.
Absolutely, Misty. Stay safe.
Phase of moon.
Third phase of moon. Blake Cousins here, going over a photograph captured 30,000 feet while aboard an airliner. What are we looking at right now? We're asking the public of what they think, and just within 2 minutes on our Facebook, people are reacting. So let's get to some of the comments that have been coming in right away and see what's going on. Some people are saying, what the hell is this? Wow, looks like clouds are above it, actually. Luke says, like in the days of Noah. No, that's kind of cool. Rosemary Norton says, fee, fi, fo, fum. Anyway, we're having the lines open right now on Facebook. Leave your comments below. And even right here on YouTube, Blake Cousins. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Literally. We're not alone.
Third phase.
Just wanted to make sure that this is legit. We sat on this for a couple days. It's been coming into third phase of moon. It's been lighting up. So now we're going to go to the moon. We're going to go to it right now. We got Orlando Smith. We've been waiting to get his analyzation of what's going down on the moon. Could this be some kind of explosion? A tower? We don't know. Your first impression, Orlando?
I see a column of smoke rising there. As far as I can tell, it does look like smoke. Now, what is the source of it? If it was a geological source like a volcano, I would expect a much wider plume of smoke. This is a tiny column of smoke that would kind of suggest the only thing I've seen like this is an industrial source, or maybe a smaller scale source, not a geological source. Perhaps would it be a man-made source? If it's not geological, what else would it be?
Wow. Okay, man-made smokestack on the moon? Now, this could make a lot of sense. Or alien structures underneath the moon, some kind of industrial complex that's revealing itself now above the surface, because there's no such thing as any kind of volcanoes on the moon, so this makes no sense.
I can't explain it exactly, except to say that it is something that was placed there, because what kind of geological, especially in a planet that is already dormant, there's no activity on the surface. There would be no logical source for such a smoky plume-like column structure, which is apparently there. It's what it looks like to me. And so This activity suggests a smaller scale event of some perhaps combustion, but the plume is rising in a columnar straight form. That would suggest not much activity in the atmosphere as far as winds would go. It seems like an undisturbed column, and that is absolutely fascinating.
There you go. Orlando Smith, geospatial analyst. His opinion. We wanted to wait again to get down to the bottom of this. This is an actual link on Google Earth. You just switch it to the moon setting. The links are below.
Phase.
Third phase moon, Blake Cousins here. Just really quickly, I wanted to share this. This came in via Facebook from Jay Banks of what he explains: strange blue tinted anomalies in my kitchen. WTF. We've done some enhancements. We've invited Jay Banks to join us on Friday's radio show so we could discuss what's going down. A quick note, I was looking at the photograph and I was just about to pass it by, but I did some enhancements to it on Photoshop, outlined whatever this thing is, and it does seem like there is something there. You can notice two eyes. It's standing about 3.5 feet, and the eyes are quite large, and the large head, definitely signature for a gray alien of some sort. Quite interesting. Leave your comments below on what you think this is. Join us 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The number 934-347-0378. Blake Cousins here. We're looking forward to Friday's show, and be sure to share your incredible stories and imagery from around the world in regards to the alien and UFO phenomena. Hello everyone, Blake Cousins here. Welcome world. All I gotta say is busted. NASA finally reveals that what we've been saying all along, the people from around the world, they knew it. They've been telling us planet Nibiru, planet X, is real. Well, NASA's calling it the 9th planet. It's in our solar system, people. It's over 10 times that of Earth. It orbits about 20 times farther from the sun on average than does Neptune. What is this mysterious planet? Why is NASA finally telling us this now? The Caltech researchers find this evidence and they're telling the people this is going down, but why now? Like I said, people from around the world have been saying this for a long time. There's been photographic evidence of planet Nibiru. It comes around every 3,000 years, apparently, to some ancient alien investigators. You know, all we're doing is creating this. What we're doing now is creating a discussion of why now? What could this possibly mean? Is this planet X? Is this planet Nibiru? Or is this just another planet in our solar system that we don't know about? These are big questions. Right away, we got Brent Cousins here. I want to ask him the first question. Why now?
Blake, that is a big question. Why now? January 20th, this news broke. This is big news. You know what? When I first heard this on the radio, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, what? A 9th planet? 9 times bigger than Earth? This thing's large. What's it doing in deep space and that perimeter without really glinting off the sun? That's why we really can't see it. I wonder if there's life there, Blake. I'm really thinking this is bigger news and it should be shown and shared more around the world. This is something special. We got ourselves another partner in our planet family, the 9th planet. People are calling in. What's this, Blake?
We'll put the phone on hold. Cut the phone lines. Let's just get to this right now. You know, I've heard on the radio too, astronomers have already basically said this is no big deal. They disclaim this as no big deal. Isn't that kind of weird? Now we're getting more callers in. Let's hold the calls. Hold all calls. Okay, well, that's Orlando. Wow. Okay, hold on. That's Orlando. Let's keep him on. I just wanted to get his first impression about what he just learned about Planet 9 Why now? Why are they telling this now?
I'm actually quite shocked and a little. I'm skeptical. How could the largest body in the solar system just now be discovered? I mean, how could we have missed such a massive object? Maybe it's possible because of its very long orbit. We haven't seen it for a while, okay? Maybe that's true. But I'm super excited, but yet waiting to hear a little bit more.
Well, that's the whole question is, why now? Obviously, they've known about this a long time. They've been studying the universe, and they don't even know about planets in our solar system until today? Caltech gave us this information? Now, that's a little weird. Now, this is something that I gotta ask right off. Planet X, Nibiru, is there life on this planet? Now, we don't know this, but wouldn't it be nice to speculate that this could be Planet X? You've heard about this theory, right, Orlando?
Right. This sounds to me like a whole nother body than Planet X. This sounds like something with a much larger orbit, the space of 10 to 20,000 years. That just sounds like Nibiru was said to have a 3,600 year orbit, and it's mentioned many times throughout the world in different ancient cultural folklore, and so it has a lot of substantiated value. This body, personally, I hadn't heard of yet, but I'm not an astronomical scholar of any sort.
Well, yeah, but you are a geospatial. You are a geospatial analyst, and you obviously know technology about why this should have been released a long time ago, I think. But here it is. That now we know. This is breaking news. This has been just in to the world within 12 hours. So everybody do their research. So far, the major media is going ho-hum about this. They want to call it Planet 9. Why don't they just call it Planet X? Why not?
Let's call it Planet X because that's basically what it is. We don't know exactly what's going down there. This is something new. What I like about it, the question was that, do you think there's life on this planet? Well, let's think on where it's at and what it's been going through this last orbit. What was it? 10,000 years before it makes an orbit?
Right. I mean, maybe that gives a plausible description about why we haven't seen it, because it might have been a
It's
long
an
time.
ink spot in our solar system. Basically, it's dark. Very dark. I would imagine if there's life there, it must be a geothermal life pulling out the Earth's core and creating the energy and sustaining life there. That's the only way they could do it, basically. Inner power.
A geothermal. Yeah, they're saying actually the lights around the atmosphere are created from the energy within this possible Planet 9. No? Is this wrong?
Blake, if that's it right there. That's showing proof of technology right there. That's showing power that's illuminating this planet that we're talking about.
Well, that's something to contemplate big time. Big episode, big information. The world is about to wake up that there's another planet here, people. And if you want to call it the 9th planet, then whatever you want. But I don't think that this is Planet Nibiru, because that would be doing a 3,000 plus cycle visiting Earth on that time change. So this is another event. There's a lot of planets out there. So we got to keep an open mind that definitely we're not alone in the universe. It's that simple. Or our solar system, to be very blatant. There's more planets to be discovered. I'm calling it Planet X. Like everybody said, over the generations of man, it's there. It's there, people. Thanks, Orlando, for joining us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thanks, little brother, or big brother, should we say, out there. Hopefully we hear from you soon.
Based.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, incredible information just in to our Facebook from Sergio Nunes, Portugal. He says, first, I want to say thank you for your YouTube Facebook channel. Then I want to bring you guys some cool photos from Portugal, Madeira. All the media is calling them the hand of God. I just want to know your thoughts on this. Cheers. Well, let's go over the photographs right now. And my opinion is, wow, I've never seen anything quite like this. First off, I want to get your guys' opinion watching it right here at Facebook and YouTube. Give us your thoughts of what's going down. Some kind of scary, I mean scary looking kind of cloud. The hand of God or the hand of the Diablo, one or the other, is quite strange. Keep watching these photos. Thank you, Sergio, for submitting this. Incredible photos coming out of Portugal. Everybody share this. Get the word out. It's quite important. Thank you, everybody. Keep your eyes on the skies. Third phase moon standing by.
We have an unidentified object.
Yeah, this is good. Real good. We got 4 incredible videos just into third phase moon evidence from around the world. Let's get to it. Webcams de Mexico captures this. Take a look.
Transmission completed.
Wow, a UFO streaks by a volcano as it erupts right through the plume, harnessing energy. I don't know, but this is incredible video coming in via webcams. Brent, right away, your thought.
Blake, it's intriguing. It's amazing what I'm looking at right here. What I like is the magma explodes from this mountain, this volcano, and illuminates, or possibly what's illuminating what? The object seems to streak to the left. Could it have been that magma that illuminated this object, or was it self-illuminated?
Wow, that's something to bring up. I don't think this could be any kind of aircraft of any sort. Observing an active volcano right as an explosion is happening? No way. This has to be something extraterrestrial. What illuminated the surface of the volcano, Colima itself? The explosion, the UFO, intertwined? Wow, it just makes you think. We just got this other photo today from webcams. Take a look at this. This is no kind of object that we can classify as normal. This is unidentified. Right away, more evidence coming in. Third phase of moon. I can't wait to get to more videos and photos, but right away, your thoughts on this photograph.
Blake, this object is intriguing. It seems somewhat like a flying saucer. Indeed, very curious. Daytime, nighttime photos captured all over. Different times of the day. Colima seems to be a hotspot for UFOs. It seems it could almost be, I'm throwing it out there, the gas station for the universe.
Quite interesting. Over the years, you've seen it on third phase of moon. Lots of evidence from Colima, Mexico. Quite intriguing. Lay your comments below what you think's going on over there. Now let's get to the next submission. This is quite interesting. Let's go to Alan Perez, Lima, Peru, a photograph. And we're gonna zoom in. And there's people up there on the ruins. They're looking up. What are they looking at? Some people are calling it the man bird. And this is definitely something way larger than any kind of bird. This is, in my opinion, probably about, what would you say? I'm throwing it out there, about 15, 17 feet.
Blake, I think your estimate is right. Peru has its strange phenomenon. The people there, they capture cryptoids on the ground and in the air. This is something, this is good evidence. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. The detail's a little fuzzy, but the capture is great. It shows the ruins and kind of the depth on how large this thing is. And I'm believing it to be about the size you just mentioned, 17, 20 feet.
A creature unknown in Lima, Peru, hiding out amongst the hills. We just don't know. We're putting it out there. We want to thank Alan for sharing this photograph. Leave your comments below on what you think it is, people. Let's get to the next photo. This is coming in from Ventura, and we're going to go over the testimony as it came in, and it's from Cobra Mendoza, and here's the correspondence. Take a look. Alright, do you guys see that? Do you see it to the left? It's quite large. We're enhancing the photograph right now, and my first opinion is that this is no app. This isn't what you've been seeing about UFO apps coming in from around the world. This is a legit photograph. No app. Good correspondence from Cobra.
This is interesting. This thing would be the size of, I would say, what?
Huge.
Very huge. Of almost the size of a small city, Los Angeles.
Almost like at least a mile or two.
Absolutely. This is what could it be? Could it be a cloud with a dish shape captured in its, form of shadow?
It seems like it's stealth in its own sense.
Cloaking, absolutely. Interdimensional. I'm not sure what to make. Blake, you're saying it's not an app, and I haven't seen an app that projects this sort of image, and it seems relevant with the shadows and everything else going on the ground, and the information is clear. It seems legitimate to me, Blake.
There it is, Brent. Thanks. The evidence is in. Now it's up to you to decide. Share all the information that you're hearing right here at Third Phase. We're standing by. If you've captured anything amazing like what you just saw, submit it to Third Phase Moon via Skype, Facebook. Go to our About page on YouTube. Our personal contact email is there. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody, and have your cameras ready. We're not alone. Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.